Hello everyone, it's Under from 24 Carrots and I'm going to show you all the vegan yumminess that I ate this week. This isn't so much of what I eat in a week as much as it's what I cook in a week, because I live with my sisters and my dad. Both my sisters are vegan, my dad is pescatarian, but since I do most of the cooking, he mostly eats a vegan diet. Oh, and before we began, I made the decision to avoid wheat as much as possible because I found that I'm quite sensitive to it. So most of the meals that are in this video are going to be gluten-free, but since I cook for everyone, there will be regular vegan options and gluten-free vegan options. Also, there isn't a recipe for everything in this video, but the things that there are recipes for, I will link in the description. If something you're looking for isn't there, drop me a comment. Let's get started. My sister Glebo is a student and she goes to campus most days during the week, so I make her a packed lunch. I don't do this every day, but on the days that I can, I 100% will. Today she's getting a pesto sandwich on the best bread ever. This is Tante Anna bread from Woolies. I miss it so much now that I don't eat wheat like that, but it's the goat. It's the best bread. My little sister Zama goes to online schools, so she usually makes her own lunch, but I made her one today too. So I've been wanting to try this pancake recipe for a minute now. These are inspired by Jeffrey Bodie's protein pancakes. He actually uses hemp seeds, not chia seeds, and he also uses plant milk. If you do use chia seeds, the texture of your batter will thicken, so just be mindful of that. I'm making them on the toaster because it's easy and much quicker. Going for a PB&J inspired vibe, so I'm turning the strawberry chia jam into a saucy syrupy situation by adding coconut sugar and water and then microwaving it. So after I complained about the peanut butter in my last video, my dad went and got the right one, so bullying works. I cooked the rest of the batter and stored the pancakes for everyone to enjoy. I wasn't really hungry, but I wanted a snack, so I made popcorn. Honestly, popcorn is my worst nightmare. I can't get it right. It's never as fluffy or fully popped like microwave popcorn. So if you have any tips on how to make really good pot popcorn, please share in the comments. The next day, I really wanted a full savory breakfast, so I pulled out some breakfast stuff and I went for it. A few weeks ago, I made tacos and I put them on my story. I made regular tortillas for my family, and then I made what I called chickpea tortillas for myself, and I got so many DMs asking how I made them, where I got them from. It's just chickpea flour and water. Yeah, that's it. It's really more of a pancake or a blini, but it depends on the context. It can be whatever you want it to be. So that day it was a taco, and today it's standing in for bread. It's my toast today. I always want something green, so I put this mango and coriander dressing on top, seasoned with salt, and I honestly use ground flaxseed as a kind of seasoning too because it's so good for you. I'm obsessed. Again, wasn't super hungry for lunch, so I made this smoothie, which was really more of like a dessert or a treat, and it was so delicious. So for yesterday's dinner, I actually made butternut soup, and there's some leftovers of the soup. So I'm doing a little food rescue mission and repurposing the soup. I added sunflower seeds to make it richer and creamier. And while I made the sauce, I was boiling spaghetti, which I drained and left some of the pasta water in the pot. So I'm doing a little bit of sauce at a time, making sure it's coated. The pasta water at the bottom is just gonna make sure that things stay nice and luscious and creamy and smooth, because you don't want it like tight noodles that are all stuck together. The pasta water is really gonna help with that. Instead of adding salt or pepper or trying to figure out what seasoning will work in a certain dish, I just use random spice blends. For the gluten-free version, I'm making zucchini noodles. Of course, just use gluten-free pasta. There are so many vegan ones. But you have to admit, this is a really delicious way to eat a lot of veggies. I'm quickly going to make a spinach pesto. I made a reel on how to make this. The only thing that I added in this version are sunflower seeds, which are a great substitute for pine nuts. I also added some vegan mayo just to give the pasta that salad feel. There were 2 of the oat pancakes left from the other day, so I'm mixing together some peanut butter and cocoa powder to make chocolate peanut butter. I then toasted the pancakes and made this kind of dessert sandwich, which was so delicious. I think this was the most ambitious dinner I made this week. We had tofu in the freezer. The Pick and Pay one was sent to me, but we usually get tofu from Asian supermarkets because it's fresh and like 5 rand a block. So this is how it looks when it's defrosted. This is quite a lengthy process, but if you want more on it, let me know in the comments and I'll make a video. I coated the gluten-free tofu in almond flour instead of regular flour, and it came out so excellent. Definitely worth the effort. A burger is not a burger without fries, so I made these in the oven to serve. The gluten-free version is on a chickpea bun. See how I just recontextualized it again. There was still some tofu chicken left over, so my sisters are getting tofu chicken mayo rolls for lunch today. They both really enjoyed this. I skipped breakfast and went straight into my favorite lunch, which is this veggie bowl. It's a lot of chopping, but I cook and prep at the same time, so whatever takes the longest time goes in first while I chop the next ingredient. I still had burgers on my mind, low-key, so I had this with the special sauce that we had with yesterday's burgers, and of course, ground flaxseed. Soup for the second time this week, but it rained all week, so it was appropriate.
Readings over Kansas that were very pleasant today. However, we are looking for a new front to begin to drift south and east.
My trick to making really creamy, rich, hearty lentil soup is blending half of the soup and then adding it back, and it comes out so creamy and delicious. So the regular vegans got toast with their soup and I had nothing, but it was still super yummy and satisfying. I get it, I wouldn't put this ever on a piece of toast or a salad, but I also would never throw it away. There's obviously a difference between bruised and spoiled, but this avo was just a little bashed up in the fridge and it oxidized a little, but it's okay. I'm gonna mix it up and not just make it pretty, but also delicious. I added the granola from my last video. You have the perfect fruit salad. For lunch, I wanted a wrap, so I made my chickpea mix just a bit thinner and I spread it like a crepe. I should have made the batter a bit thinner. It still wasn't quite malleable, but this is fine. I filled it with leftover veggie bowl and toasted it shut. My sister left a comical amount of soup in the fridge after she ate, so I just had it with my wrap, and this was hands down the best lunch I had all week. It was so delicious.
Until 2 o'clock this afternoon. afternoon. So as of that time, of course, the front was way off.
Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please make sure that you subscribe. If you have any feedback or questions, don't be shy, leave them in the comments. And thank you so much again for watching this video. I will see you in the next one. Bye.